I would have...
Obviously, nunchaku.
Oh, sick. You're awesome. You know what? We're back on. Let's keep rolling. Obviously, nunchaku done. You got 4 options for the head.
Where's Paula? It's his turn. I took his turn.
Oh, okay.
Unless Paul,
Sorry, I took.
Dude, a topaz circlet.
Topaz circlet it is. Restore HP by poison damage.
Sorry, Paul. I saw nunchaku.
Ice
in my
mail.
Cool.
Your nunchakus are great. They're one of the most ancient Japanese forms of bullshit. Cloth cape.
Fuck you. Can we equip real accessories that aren't...
The Mystic Pendant, what does that do?
It increases MP restoration rate.
What the Ankh of Life does the same for HP?
Improves healing.
And then the Moonstone.
Improves status at or sunset. And
dude, secret boots. Secret boots.
Done.
Brian, these boots increase the character's height on screen by 1 pixel. Imagine that, that's a real thing. That's a real thing they programmed into this. Hiroshi, fucking Hiroshi, and who was here at midnight working to please his terrible boss.
Okay.
Boss.
Ankh of Life, Moonstone, or Mystic Pendant.
Gold ring.
Gold ring doesn't do anything. That's an item that is specific.
Oh. You better wear the gold ring. It says wear cloak.
Wear cloak.
I mean, it's kind of like well, wear clock, right?
Wear clock.
Did you know that the words
clock?
It's kind of like your high school reunion, your high school graduation class ring.
So
wear clock.
So basically, if you had to pick a letter between A, M-O, and M-Y, what would it be?
M-O for criminals.
All right, done.
Look, let me tell you something. My penis looks like... No, sorry.
That never gets old.
Clock and cloak actually both come from the French cloche, which means a bell, originally. It was said that, according to an etymology dictionary I have, for which I'm from the internet etymology dictionary at etymonline.com, which is a great resource for fun, it says that people kind of thought that cloaks made you look a little bit like a bell, you know, with your silhouette there. So, there you have it. I wasn't so far off. Same root. Fancy, Francy root.
That's really interesting. Oh.
Well, anyway, we left off.
Anyway, Dane saving the day.
Yeah.
So Dane.
Go ahead, Brian.
Tell us about. So you get written up in this paper. Now, what do they write about? What do they say about you? And what do they say about the folk that also intervened?
So
the mom and the guy who tackled the guy who actually had a gun.
It's kind of an interesting situation because.
Hey everyone! If you could just ignore the strange jump cut in the video game there. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. So anyway, I was talking about...
It's called We Had to Go to Bed.
Yeah, there wasn't... I swear to God, there wasn't 3 weeks between that recording session and this one.
What are we playing? I forgot.
And I'm definitely not a little bit inebriated like I was at the beginning of the last recording session. Again.
Oh, it's a game called Assholevania.
Oh, is that the one where you fight all the assholes?
I actually stole that from the Angry Video Game Nerd. I feel like a terrible person. Anyway, I think...
Plagiarism!
Hey, let this thing actually shoot at you. It's kind of cool. Watch it. Aw, man. I love it when that bone thing shoots lasers.
Oh, the bone arc? Anyway.
Yeah, bone arc.
I think where we left off... I was talking about tackling that kid. Yeah, so 2 things. 1, the kid that I tackled was actually the kid who got shot at.
Oh, Dan, I didn't know you were Milo Yiannopoulos.
Don't forget that some animals
You
can
tackled
live
the
in
victim.
complete darkness.
So you tackled that boy, and he got shot at. 2 pluses, good.
So, The kid was black. I tackled the kid without really evaluating the situation. Everyone else in the situation was black. And I was the guy who got an article written about him in the Boston Herald. Which is kind of baffling.
Well, I mean, it's baffling unless you consider the existence of racism.
I mean, like, one thing I do want to point out is that I did market myself. I did go out and, like... I was the one who reached out to journalists. The guy, our building manager, tackled the kid with a gun. And I think, like, the parent and the child disarmed the kid with the gun. But all of them, you know, it's like they didn't really reach out to the press, I think. Which is understandable for the mother and the son, but, you know, maybe less so for a business manager or building manager.
He should have been cool. He should have done a rap song about it, like Flea Market Montgomery guy, and then made a lot of money.
Did Flea Market is that the guy who did the one after they? Is that the guy? What was it? There was the guy going into the windows and sexually assaulting women. Are we talking about that guy?
No, this is a different black star, you racist. And it's a guy who had a flea market in Montgomery, and he sang a song that went Flea Market Montgomery. It's just like a mini mall. And everyone really liked that, and so they went to his flea market and got really rich. No, but Antoine Dodson was the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
About people climbing in your windows and snatching your people up. And he got rich too. So your building manager could have been rich. If there's one thing I know, it's that every black person I know on YouTube became rich. Am I the only person for whom the screen is not moving?
I am also having this minor technical difficulty.
Okay, sorry again for the awkward jump cut. Another small technical issue.
So this is the Japanese game.
Yes, it is.
Can you see that girl's underwear?
Oh yeah, if you fall down really quick, she like...
Really?
Oh, why did she point her legs at us like that?
Well, you know, when you fall like that, your legs fly up in the air, and your
Wind
panties fall
resistance.
out.
That's I've never known. As a person who falls down frequently while wearing dresses, I've never noticed.
Why don't you get the spikes breaker armor and just walk through those spikes?
Because I have to follow the rules, Paul. There are rules in this game.
Oh, that's right. Well, we can let you wear it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't have a timer running right now. If one of you guys could turn one on, I would really appreciate it. Like, give me like 10 minutes.
Okay, I got it.
Thanks, man.
Guys, I listened
NP.
to the Velvet Underground's and Nico's album a lot today. It was a very depressing day.
That's well, one, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry you're depressed. Two, that's a beautiful album though. I mean, come on, European Sun, where it's like just cacophonous noise, and they're saying, you know, shit on you because you're under 21, or spit on you because you're under 21, and blah, 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 blah. It's very harmonious. Seems exactly the sort of music you would love.
It was pretty good. I mostly like Heroin and All Tomorrow's Parties.
Those are the party bangers right there.
But Venus and Furs is pretty hot.
Venus and Furs is super hot. Like, it's forever a regret of mine that I didn't get to lose my virginity to listening to Venus and Furs.
Well, any like YouTube internet teenager who's listening to this, you may still have a chance.
You may still have a chance. Don't make my mistake. Remember, the first time will always be a thing that you regret for the rest of your life, unless you aestheticize it. Then you can just bask in the beauty of your memory. Not the person you did it with, because sex is horrible.
Other people
really
are horrible, and if you do sex with other people, you'll regret it forever.
It's really double horrible. I mean,
Only have sex with yourself is the moral that you should walk away with this, and only have sex with yourself to whatever that song is that Brian is talking about.
Dude, I should do that. I'm gonna do that right now while we're playing the game.
strike their mistress and cure
His heart. Ice Brand. Do you feel like the Ice Brand is the kind of sword that a kinky dominatrix from Germany, I guess actually Venus and First was an Austrian novella, would use on her do-it slave?
Do you know that one?
The Ice Brand.
Yes. Although yes, try to burn people during sex, as I understand it. I wouldn't know. I've never had sex, but the
Well, I mean, we're playing a video game, so.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Are you using the nunchucks? Did we make you use the nunchucks?
I'm
Yes.
57 years old and I'm married, but still a virgin. And so generally you don't try to cool the situation, as I understand, as I've read about it in the literature.
No, but it's like a brand, so it's like so cold it's hot.
Can a thing be so cold that it's hot, or is that just like a trick the nervous system plays on the mind as it's overloaded?
Right,
But-
exactly. So like, I always hate these fucking things. I can never like not get hit by their dang fires.
Yeah, the thing is, if I could choose my own weapons, I would probably be able to kill them in like one shot, and there wouldn't be very many fires.
What, by using what? The nunchucks?
Actually, the Ice Brand, weirdly enough. They're weak to ice because they're fire demons. By the
Okay,
way, Paul,
we'll be
I
sure not
have
to give
an
that to
important quibble to talk to you about. You see this fucking thing right here? You know what it's called?
Dodecahedron?
Tell me. What do you think it's called?
Is it a dodecahedron?
No, it's called a fucking isocahedron.
Oh,
Oh, what's that mean?
is that
It's
20
a
sides?
20-sided figure.
Oh, dude,
A
I played D&D. I should
dodecahedron
have fucking
has
noticed
12, and it has pentagonal faces.
that.
You
See, I
plebeian.
couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. Look, I am Aristosthenes. I have measured how far away the Earth is from the sun using 3 sticks in the desert. And if I made this one small mistake, it's not my fault. Man, I like how they all like kind of come away from the screen when you kill them. They're like, oh, the Ice Brand, yes. Oh god. Exactly. God, that's a lot of corpses. Dang.
It's like a whole. It's just a giant ball of corpses. That's actually some pretty neat. That's a pretty neat boss right there, or
Yeah, this
enemy
is
or whatever.
actually. I think this is my favorite boss in the entire game, which sucks because it's not very hard. As far as design goes, Granfaloon. So, fun fact: the word Granfaloon was actually invented by Kurt Vonnegut with the novel Cat's Cradle,
Oh yeah.
and it's like a false association of people within his fake religion, Baconanism. Also, killing all of these people is not doing anything or making this fight go any faster.
Looks
Like,
cool
do
though.
not die though, so I mean that's a plus. Aren't there platforms on the other side?
Okay, let's do this.
Have you guys read Cat's Cradle?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, but I
that's-
don't remember Granfaloon.
So Granfaloon, like I said, they're like 2 types of people. There are like 2 types of groups of people. There are Granfaloons, which are like false associations. So you're like, oh, you are from Indiana. We're all Hoosiers. We're all great. And then there are like true associations, which are called like harasses or something like that.
I didn't like the 60s very much, so I didn't pay attention to that book.
I remember. I mean, I haven't read that book in a gajillion years, but I did remember really loving it when I was in high school, and reading it. Not as part of a class because they don't teach literacy in Pennsylvania public school system, but
Nice
and-
laser dodge there.
Yeah, I like that book. I like Bokanok a lot. I remember. And I like the idea, like the novel's based on what that island where there's like the Bokanon and his rebels and the government, but Bokanon and the leader of the government are really like best friends, and that it's all like a conspiracy to give society order and meaning,
Yeah.
which is a neat idea, right? That you need the dualism. You know, the dualism works together to create meaning to the world, and therefore creates like a harmony and purpose, and allows people to feel as if they're living meaningful lives and be happy.
Wait,
As
are
a-
you like kicking it? Dane?
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of any way to beat this thing. Because this is just not a good setup. This is not a good scene for me.
I
You're
didn't know
doing
you
fine.
could kick things. I didn't know you could
Oh
fucking
fuck!
kick
Oh
things.
fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Except for the laser. Yeah, you got it. Next time it drops corpses, try your healing spell. Wait, is there a healing spell?
Dark Metamorphosis?
I guess that's not the best.
Yeah, it's not exactly. I mean, I could do Soul Steal, but I don't. I'm really bad at doing the button combo for that. So
Soul Steal in particular?
I'm gonna do a
Turkey!
Pentagram. Library card.
Hammer. Here's the light. Eat it. Throw it into the wall now. Don't throw it just... There we go. That was pretty good, man. Fuck yeah, the nunchucks. Yeah, but yeah, right. Brian, I'm sorry. Please continue talking about Kurt
Societal-
Vonnegut while our
societal
friend
delusion.
fights a giant ball of corpses.
Well, I mean, I think it's extremely poignant because the Grand Falloon is a concept invented by Kurt Vonnegut, right?
Yeah.
And he's
You know,
dead, just like all these guys, so that's really interesting.
He is dead. And like all of these people who are dead, and also Kurt Vonnegut, I live in Indiana. So
Nice.
you did it. He's like a big. I don't know. I feel like he's in some ways a big figure in Indiana, and in some ways a lot smaller figure than one would imagine, given his like literary prominence. Like you go down to Indianapolis, and they have like big murals painted of him on the side of buildings, and they'll talk up Kurt Vonnegut a lot. But I've never really heard anyone up here in South Bend be like, "Oh, we're all Hoosiers," just like the great Hoosier Kurt Vonnegut.
Well,
We're
you
much
know,
more-
he was liberal, I think is what it was, dude.
This
Well, I
this
mean,
might
you
be
know,
true.
Indiana did vote for Barack Obama in 2008.
I can't even fathom how that happened.
And so did,
There's-
so did like everybody.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
Well, no,
And,
that's
like,
not,
including my
that's not
friend
really
who is
true.
now
You
a
know,
rabid Trump supporter.
states that have like similar leans to Indiana did not vote for Barack Obama. Like Barack Obama did not win Georgia.
Yeah, I would wonder because that was like really. I remember that was a huge surprise, right? Like they were like, okay, like, it made sense under the demographics of the election. That, okay, he could pull out a win in North Carolina, and then he could pull out a win in wherever. But I remember it striking people really as like really strange that he won in Indiana. Yeah, I don't know. I've never looked at the demographics of that. I wonder if it's just like, well, everybody in Gary turned out, or like there was like super high turnout amongst, let's say, the African American population in Indianapolis. Or whether, you know, all the white folk just stayed home. I don't know. Can't say.
Use the firebrand next against these guys.
No, but you know who they're really into up here in South Bend? They're really into Booth Tarkington, who was the one of the great. There's what I was thinking about this the other day. There is in Indiana what's called the Golden Age of Indiana literature, or Hoosier literature, which happened around like 1900. Where there was like Booth Tarkington, James Whitcomb Riley, who wrote a lot of really wonderful poems where he pretended to be a black person and wrote in really horrible dialect. He also wrote the poems that inspired Raggedy Ann. So it's like James Whitcomb Riley. There's Booth Tarkington, who wrote all these like big, thick novels about like aristocratic families in Indianapolis. One of which was turned into the lost Orson Welles classic, The Magnificent Ambersons, or Ambertons. I don't know. It's either S or T. But they have one of the big schools here in South Bend. It's called Booth Tarkington. And one of my friends in Indiana once went as Booth Tarkington to a Halloween party. Except she was a woman, and so she indicated her Booth Tarkingtonness by putting on a top hat and wearing a monocle. And she said that made her Booth Tarkington. And if you see a picture of Booth Tarkington, you're like, yeah, that's Booth. That's Booth right there.
Yeah, I know, Booth Tarkington. That's what all the cool kids are talking about these days. I'm like, man, I walked up to my friend Mike on the street the other day. He's my dealer, he deals me pot. I was like, hey, do you do Booth Tarkington? And he was like, yeah, I love Booth Tarkington. I love to masturbate to him. He's my favorite guy. His last name's Tarkington. You know how sexy that is? It's like the sexiest
Why don't you hit
last
the
name
start
you can
button?
have.
And change your items.
You're right. All right, let's